Quick, y'all, real quick. I see they passing a bill to protect the LGBT, giving them more rights than any human being on the planet. Now look at this crossing guard here charged with giving underage kids drugs. And I believe this is a man. Look, the goatee, the dyeing of the hair. That's a man. God damn it. And y'all giving more protection to the LGBT for them to go out there and harm our babies? Are y'all serious? Let's go and listen to this video, y'all. It's disturbing, y'all. Very disturbing. Because we got these mooks in our communities under the LGBT flag doing what the fuck they want to do to our babies, man. That's not good. That's not a good look. This is a dude right here. Transgender. Let's go.
The Delaware County District Attorney accusing a school crossing guard of giving middle school students drugs. Good evening, I'm Sheba Russell.
And I'm Dawn Timoney. It is a shock to so many parents in the community who obviously expect these crossing guards to protect their children. Let's send it right out to Joanne Pileggi, who has the latest details and reaction. Joanne.
Good evening, everyone. Tough reality here and virtually anywhere. Preteens and teenagers can usually find a convenience store to buy.
This in Delaware County, for those who don't know. Darby, PA. Delaware County.
THC, synthetic THC products and vapes. But police here in Darby say kids, middle school kids, had another source to buy drugs and vape devices.
The stores do it, so I guess she felt like she could do it.
It's already hard enough, like I was saying, for as a parent, just keeping them away from the influences that we already are fighting. So to hear that an actual employee of the borough would even sell the kids, it's insane.
Police say that Darby Borough employee is 20.
That's a man, y'all. I don't give a damn what nobody say. That's a transgender. That's a man with the fake eyelashes. I told y'all about how they dress up. And most of our sisters dress up in these transgender uniforms. Fake eyelashes, the eyeliner, the dyeing of the hair. Bald spot right there. But as you can see, this motherfucker had a goatee. They don't want to say that this is a young man because they passing these LGBT laws, giving them more rights to go out in the community and hurt our babies. A prime example right here, y'all. It's a fucking dude, man. A transgender. Let's go. But they keeping that out. And we got another story coming up about another transgender from Philadelphia that violated our babies too. Whereas though they not even giving that no news coverage. Let's go.
26-year-old Kiara Lee, who worked as a crossing guard near Penwood Middle School.
We walk past and go to Fred's every day, so a lot of students seeing her like passing it around and stuff, and they would say, oh, let me hit the vape, let me hit the vape.
And it's a shame that you have these people who are on these corners to do the job to protect these children, and now you're telling me they're receiving drugs and stuff from them. Is utterly disgusting, and it's ridiculous.
Lee is charged with distributing vapes containing THC, as well as marijuana edibles to middle school students. Cops say she also got high with at least one student and texted about it. Delaware County DA Jack Stolzheimer announced the arrest and said, quote, "School crossing guards epitomize the role of public servant. For an individual to abuse that trust is deeply disturbing and corrosive to the well-being of the entire community."
But I got grandkids coming up. They don't need to be getting nothing from a crossing guard.
A borough police officer today stationed at the spot where Lee once worked. Off camera, many students say they knew or heard about Lee.
She seemed like an ordinary person, like regular, maybe just got to the wrong stuff at the wrong time, selling the kids. I don't know what the borough does.
Now, did one of the kids get mad and didn't report her because they didn't get no goddamn edible marijuana? Because if everybody knew about it and y'all just coming out with it now. What we gonna do, y'all? What we gonna do, y'all? What we can start with, though, is minimizing these laws they passing for the LGBT community. giving them more rights to go out in the community and violate our babies, man.
Or what their policies are on their end for employees, but it's unfortunate.
No comment from the borough who hired Lee. She apparently worked for the borough for the last couple of years. Police tonight confirming that she also worked for the borough's recreation department with kids. Police also saying tonight that they have shut down a local vape shop in connection with this investigation. Lee is being held on $20,000 bond at the county jail. Tonight we're live in Darby. I'm Joanne.
Now, who do we hold accountable for passing these laws for these mooks to go into the community and hurt our babies? Who do we hold accountable for that? Who got the magic pen that's passing these bills? Remember this mook right here in Philadelphia? LGBT activist in Philadelphia made news when she accused the youngsters of her neighborhood for jumping on her. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember Kendall from Philadelphia? LGBTQ activist. She sat on the board. What's going on with her case in Philadelphia? But see y'all passing these bills giving all these LGBTQ mooks a pass to violate our babies in the community, and ain't nobody being held accountable. Y'all remember Kendall, right?
Details here. Philadelphia transgender activist identified as Kendall Stevens is now charged with sexually assaulting 2 children under the age of 13.
Action News reporter Annie McCormick, she's live for us outside police headquarters with the new details we're learning about this, Annie.
Yeah, Gray and Shari, disturbing details. Kendall Stevens was arrested today for the rape of a minor. Sources confirm that she is the same Stevens who is a prominent LGBTQ activist in the city. The state attorney general's office filed charges tonight against 37-year-old Kendall Stevens. The charges include the indecent assault against a person less than 13 years old, rape, unlawful contact with minors, sexual offenses, and endangering the welfare of children, parent, or guardian. Stevens came to Action News in August of 2020 after she was attacked in her Point Breeze neighborhood. She says she was targeted.
I remember this. This when she made news headline when the community jumped on her because they knew what type of mook was in their community, violating the kids. But yet y'all protected her and the rest of the kids. I don't understand this shit, y'all. It's crazy. I understand it because we know that this society we live in is nothing but the devil. And if you part of it, you part of it. You're a fucking devil. Evil, wicked people in this world that do evil, wicked shit. And these kids was out there protecting their community against this mook. But yet, y'all all ran to her aid and assisted her. Sad.
Targeted by a violent group for being a trans woman. Stevens then became a prominent activist for the LGBT.
They didn't violate her for being a trans woman because most of, if not all, of us have a transgender in our family. So let's take that off the table. They attacked her because she was in the community violating the kids. So where's the protection for the kids in the community against these LGBTQ mooks?
LGBTQ community. She urged lawmakers to change Pennsylvania's hate crime statute to include protections for LGBTQ people. She is seen here in March of 2021 at a press conference launching District Attorney Larry Krasner's LGBTQ Plus Advisory Board. The board was created in part to be a source of information and resources for victims and survivors of crime within the community.
Now what about the babies? Who's going to protect the babies against you mooks? You mooks just can walk around in our community and violate our babies?
Means to me that the transgender population will finally get the support that we need from city officials that we really haven't gotten historically.
Sources tell Action News the charges are in relation to the rape of 2 young boys under the age of 13. Stevens remains in custody tonight. A spokesperson for the district attorney's office said in a statement, the investigation of allegations against her is being led by another agency, and as such, we have no comment. Now, judge did set bail at $250,000. The next court appearance is scheduled for.
That's it? That's it? That's crazy. This mook probably in the community now. Was bailed out by who? The Philadelphia Council people. Fucking mooks.
For December 29th, often the state attorney general's office takes on cases from local district attorney's offices if there's a conflict. For now, reporting live outside of Philadelphia Police Headquarters.
Look at this mook here, transgender, accused of rape, and then tried to change his appearance so he can go to an all-female prison. But guess what, y'all? They sending this motherfucking mook ass to an all-male prison. The same thing he was out here doing is going to happen to him when he goes to prison. Let's get into this story, y'all.
This is a dangerous, violent sex offender, a double rapist, once known as Adam Graham. And here is the same person, now identifying as a woman, Isla Bryson, a predator who's been detained in a women's prison.
The reality is, this double rapist, this beast, is in a women's prison right now. We think it's wrong.
This is Scotland's only dedicated female jail, the place where Isla Bryson has been kept in segregation. But the case has caused a major row and put pressure on officials to think again.
I can confirm to Parliament that this prisoner will not be incarcerated at Conton Vale Women's Prison, and I hope that provides assurance to the public presiding officer, not least to the victims in this particular case.
Within hours of that intervention by Scotland's First Minister, the serial rapist was removed from the all-female prison. Sky News understands Isla Bryson will serve the rest of her time behind bars in an all-male wing. There are currently 15 trans people in Scotland's prisons, and bosses say each case is risk assessed on its own merits. A moment to reflect from charities who support rape victims.
I think for other trans women who are in the female estate, they could also have been at risk by this rapist being put in the female estate. So I don't think this is an issue about trans prisoners. I think this is an issue about a rapist and whether or not it's appropriate to put a rapist into a women's prison.
Isla Bryson's time in the women's prison may now be over, but the row is not. Connor Gillis, Sky News.
When I say the transgender makeup kit, look. The weaves that our sisters wear, the eyelashes, the eyeliner, the makeup, to go out here and fool people. Y'all. Sad, man. Sad. Sisters, take that uniform off, sisters.